Nigeria is Africa's largest economy by far, with a GDP of over $400 billion. The nation's progress has been driven by oil revenue and an economic backbone built on a business model of divide and conquer. What we mean by this is that Nigeria has succeeded to diversify its business model so much that it is hard to imagine a form of business Nigeria hasn't invested in. This die-hard business-savvy attitude could possibly be the reason why the country is striving to build a futuristic spectacle off the coast of Lagos on reclaimed land from the Atlantic Ocean. Thus the name Eko Atlantic. Eko Atlantic is a marvel of modern engineering and technology, and a testament to the rise of Nigeria on the world stage. This new city has grown rapidly from a creative design concept into a technological reality. Infrastructural roadworks and underground surface drainage pipes are already laid along major routes across the new city. All bridges in Phase 1 and 2 of the project are all completed. And the Great Wall of Lagos Sea revetment, which is being built more than 2 kilometers offshore at 8.5 meters above sea level, has surpassed 6 kilometers in length and is now protecting over 6 million square meters of Eko Atlantic and Victoria Island. Across Eko Atlantic, independent reliable electricity, advanced fiber optic telecoms, and clean water utility services are already installed below street level. With the foundations in place, this magnificent engineering and technological city is now rising. The project is privately funded by South Energy X Nigeria Limited, the developers and city planners, a subsidiary of the Nigeria-based Chagri Group of companies, working in strategic partnership with the Lagos state government and supported by the federal government of Nigeria. Notable national and international banks have been quick to capitalize on the opportunities, with some of Nigeria's biggest: FCMB, First Bank, Access Bank, and Guarantee Trust Bank, partnering with Eko Atlantic, with support from BNP Paribas Forties and KBC. For savvy investors, Eko Atlantic City represents far more than just surging Lagos land value. As Nigeria continues its unstoppable trajectory to become the financial capital of Africa, investing in Eko Atlantic opens unprecedented opportunities for tapping into the wider potential of the continent as a whole, widely recognized as the world's most promising growth horizon. So basically, the Eko Atlantic City was created to solve two main problems. If you are still watching this video, it means you love it. Please do take a second and hit the like button. This keeps us going. Have you done that? Let's move on. Firstly, to protect the Victoria Island landscape from coastal erosion. In the early 2000s, Victoria Island was in danger of getting swept away by ocean surges, so every time it rained too much, it led to flooding. This was a problem that led the Lagos state government to come up with a solution that would alleviate the danger to the sprawling coastal inhabitants at Victoria Island, and that was basically the birth process of Eko Atlantic City. The official making of the city began in 2006, where, as mentioned earlier, the city developers, South Energy X, was granted permission to build a preliminary sea wall to protect Victoria Island from flooding. The shore protector, now known as the Great Wall of Lagos, Nigeria's version of the Great Wall of China, is an 8.5-kilometer long sea barrier, which is the backbone and the barrier of Eko Atlantic City and the protector of the low-lying Lagos from the relentless forces of ocean waves. The first phase of the plan was to build the shoreline protector, or Great Wall of Lagos. The wall was constructed with the pinnacle of marine engineering and top-notch design. A laboratory test was carried out by the highest of standards in Europe to prove that the wall can withstand floods for over a century. The once devastated shoreline was not only repaired, but re-established to where it once was, 1.5 miles offshore. The basic idea turned into a significant project with benefits to overcoming a century of coastal erosion, while building a new city on the same land simultaneously. Between the Great Wall and Victoria Island lies the portion of land that will be the new business capital of the largest economy in Africa, providing homes for over 250,000 residents and representing 70% of the skyscrapers in West Africa and putting Lagos on the world map. Secondly, to put Lagos on the world map, Just like Palm Jumeirah in Dubai, Eko Atlantic is a spectacle of pride for Nigerians. It is a city of world-class design and international recognition. Essentially, it is a city designed for the future and one that is going to be around for many years to come, and gives Nigerians an opportunity to invest in something that is forward-thinking and designed for decades and even centuries to come. It is a project that seeks to put Nigeria in its goal of being amongst the top 20 economies in the world. Eko Atlantic will solve the chronic shortage of real estate in the world's fastest-growing megacity, Lagos, and become the focal point for investors capitalizing on rich development. Both are based on massive demand and a getaway to emerging markets on the continent. Upon completion, the new peninsula is anticipated to house at least 250,000 residents and a daily influx of 150,000 commuters. Prices of plots located along the road and waterfront are significantly higher at $2,500 per square meter and $3,000 per square meter respectively. At the prevailing market rate, land prices in Eko Atlantic have risen in value by as much as 85% since the project's inception. Eko Atlantic is set to rise as the next generation of property on the continent. Having a total of 10 districts spread across a land area of approximately 10 square km, the city will satisfy needs for financial, commercial, residential, and tourist accommodations. Strategically, Eko Atlantic's smart planning connects all neighborhoods with major transport routes. Throughout the city, modern and efficient public transport will be integrated with the Lagos waterways to ensure free-flowing movement. An independent water supply, power grid, and sewage network ensure the city can efficiently serve the growing need of its population. The city will be also powered by a dedicated power plant, and Eko Atlantic's fiber optic network will be second to none. Additionally, to cope with Nigeria's heavy rainfall, a dependable system of stormwater drainage was put in place extending some 30 kilometers under the city. The developers began growing over 200,000 trees for Eko Atlantic back in 2010 so that the cosmetics of making the city attractive could be ready in good time. When complete, the ongoing city-wide maintenance and monitoring will be provided by independent service companies to ensure safe and smooth operations 24/7. Eko Atlantic will have 14 bridges for its roads, and additional tunnels for waterways have been completed in areas where land has been reclaimed. Carefully planned road systems and pedestrian zones will keep the city congestion-free. Meanwhile, the city's internal waterway system is also taking shape. Preliminary work is substantially complete, meaning that the release of water into the canal is already being planned and prepared. The Azuri Peninsula development is situated in the elegant Marina district and combines the tranquility of the waterfront alongside a sophisticated, pedestrian-friendly center. The heart of this exclusive marina will be its community. The residents, the businesses based here, and of course visitors and tourists will be able to enjoy the best of coastal attractions. At the main entrance to Eko Atlantic lies Eko Energy Estate, which is setting a new standard for residential development tailor-made for the energy sector. Even as it grows, Eko Atlantic has sprung into life through groundbreaking social and sporting events. In 2015, Africa's first ever beach polo tournament was born in Eko Atlantic and drew large crowds to the signature tournament. Eko Atlantic also hosts the Lagos Marathon, and it is also now an annual fixture for Copa Lagos, the popular televised international beach football tournament watched by millions. As Eko Atlantic reaches out to more and more Nigerians, so too does its reputation and more appeal for investment and commercial. Now there are often some misconceptions about Eko Atlantic, and to clear the air, here are a few things you probably didn't know about Eko Atlantic. Firstly, Eko Atlantic is 100% privately funded. However, private funders work in close collaboration with the government. Secondly, Eko Atlantic City is built with the future in mind. But what exactly does that even mean? And why isn't the city being built quicker? I mean, we've been singing this same song since 2006, and yet we have not seen any real progress aimed at its completion. Well, the truth is, the authorities in charge of the project are confused themselves. They failed numerous goals and deadlines, citing either one issue or the other for their failures, and to be honest, it's a bit daunting as there isn't even any prospect for a completion day yet. But as mentioned, it's a city of the future, so, well, let's wait for the future, I guess. If you enjoyed this video and would like to continue enjoying more of our content on exciting and newsworthy topics on the continent on entrepreneurship, business, development, and finance, then make sure you hit that subscribe and become part of our community of touristers. And also don't forget to leave a like and drop a comment down below. See you in another video, and thanks for watching.